exactly get close up anywhere because everywhere else, flowers. You're going to be really
No, I don't know why. Yeah, it's not. It just wasn't showing up on the Discord. It just wasn't. That's weird.
every every action of our future. Jesus, I pray that you just come and give us peace tonight and just bless the rest of our graduation. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Heidi. You may be seated. Welcome to our 5th Bradley County Virtual School graduation. Congratulations to our students in the class of 2017. You've made it to this special time together, and a new chapter in your life is about to unfold, and new challenges are ahead. Tonight we will honor the heroes among us. I would like to express our thanks to the heroes who support our work each day, those who've taken on the challenge to build a virtual school learning environment for our students and then to expand this challenge for students across the district. I ask that our guests stand, and when their name is called, remain standing until all introductions have been made. Please hold your applause until all the guests have been recognized. Thanks to our special guests who provide this support to us each day. Director of Schools, Dr. Linda Cash. Secondary Supervisor, would you please stand? Secondary Supervisor, Mr. Danny Coggin. And our school board chair, Mr. Rodney Dillard, could not be with us tonight. And Mrs. Vicki Beatty, school board member, could not be with us, but we thank her as well. Mr. Teddy Bryson, thank you for being here. Would you please stand? And Mrs. Diana Calfee had a wedding, I believe it was tonight, so she couldn't be here. Mrs. Nancy Kaysen, thank you for being with us. And Mr. Jerry Frazier, thank you for being with us. And Mrs. Amanda Lee. Would you please give these individuals a great big round of applause? I wonder if Mrs. Rachel Wilson is in the building. Are you here tonight? We invited her to be with us as well. She was our former BCHS principal. It would be great to have her. But I'd also like to recognize the teaching colleagues and support staff among us. Mr. Miguel Armento, would you please stand? Mr. Jonathan Garrett, Mr. Jason Kibler, Mr. Will Langdon, Mrs. Chrissy McKinney, Mrs. Molly Nolte Allen, Mrs. Amanda Pichicina, and Mr. Jesse Wood. Thank you to all of these. Would you like to show your appreciation to them? I would also like to thank our special guest speaker, Pastor Chris Edmonds. Would you please stand, Pastor Edmonds? And the one who introduced him to me, and that would be Dr. Julie Mitchell, Lake Forest Middle School teacher. Would you give these individuals a hand? Finally, I'd like to thank those who've made this evening possible. Let's give thanks to those who've been there with our students every step of the way. Thanks to the parents and the families of our graduates who've supported their child throughout their educational journey. Would all our parents and families please stand? Everybody, all the parents and families. Yes, yes. Thank you. You've done a lot for these graduates, and we thank you for what you've done and what you continue to do. This ceremony tonight will be handled in a dignified manner as we proceed throughout the evening, and we begin the process of calling student names for accomplishment of their goal of graduating from high school. Please refrain from acting in an undignified manner. This is the procedure that we will follow. Mr. Jesse Wood will set a tempo of calling students' names. I've asked him not to move off that pace. If someone yells or screams after a student's name has been called, there's a possibility and a probability that the next student in line will not have their name heard. In respect of all of our families, I ask that you allow every name to be heard. So I ask you to hold your applause until all the students have gone across the stage, and at that time, applaud all of our students. Thank you so much. Now, as stated earlier, the theme for this evening is Heroes Among Us. In my daily reading not too long ago, I read this little paragraph from James C. Galvin. Real heroes are hard to find these days. Modern research and the media have made the foibles and weaknesses of our leaders very apparent. We search in vain for men and women to emulate. The music, movie, and sports industries produce a steady stream of stars who shoot to the top and then quickly fade from view. End quote. The question then becomes, who is a worthy model for you to follow? What is the definition of success? Isn't life really about finding our joy in life and giving our best work and doing our very best efforts? Centuries ago, a wise man named Samuel has been credited to writing these words, "Everyone did what he wanted." Is that the real definition of success? Or is it selfish ambition? It's time to shine, class of 2017. The admonition this evening is for us to be a hero, to continue being a hero, to stand a bit taller, to take risks and make difference for others, and then to step back from the spotlight, and then maybe you'll notice that you've made a difference in the lives of other people. Later you're going to hear from our pastor Chris Edmonds, who's recently learned how his dad impacted the lives of those in World War II. Pastor Edmonds continues to discover the ripple effects of his father's heroic deeds even today. Now let's begin with the heroes among us as we celebrate our class representative, Naja Morrison, and then Kelsey Nix, and our soloist, Kimmy Pelche, salutatorian, Cheyenne Birchfield, and valedictorian, Nicholas Proseska. Our students will introduce themselves following the order of the program.
Hi, students, teachers, faculty, parents, friends. My name is Naja Morrison, and I am one of the class representatives of 2017. Quite often in life, we find ourselves facing difficult challenges, and we ask ourselves, why me? On the opposite spectrum, when good things happen to us, we say, I deserve it, we worked hard. But what if we looked at it this way? In order to get to that good thing in our lives, we may have to go through the difficult challenges. We have found ourselves face first on the floor, embarrassed because we failed again. All I'm saying is, if you find yourself on the floor, pull a Beyonce and dance your way back up and embrace the failure. We have been waiting for this glorious moment for too long to let someone tell us that we aren't good enough, pretty enough, or smart enough. We have to channel our imperfections and run with it, because that's what makes us unique. Why do you think we chose to be homeschooled? Our unique situations have brought us all together. I came to homeschooling because I was bullied in public school, and no matter where I went, what I now accept to be my beautiful, smooth complexion was an issue. This personal challenge ranged from verbal abuse to social media abuse, and then the situation got physical. But through it all, I had to remember I have a goal, and this is preparing me for the real world and my ultimate destiny. You might be in this program for the same reason. You might be here because you have health issues, public school doesn't match your educational speed, or you just want to be alone. Homeschooling has been our safe haven, regardless of how many tears we have soaked the pillow with, because we have one more day to finish math. Yes, I'm talking about mental breakdowns. Guys, can you remember when people would ask us how old we are, and we literally could not wait to tell them, I'm not 12, I'm 12 and a half. We wanted to grow up and graduate high school. We were so anxious to sing our hearts out and dance on the cafeteria tables and be surprised because everyone knew the dance routine, like they somehow did on High School Musical on graduation day. Cherish these moments, capture them, because this time in 4 to 8 years, we will be crying harder at our next graduation, but only because we're in debt. Embrace the weird part in you, laugh loud, dance crazier, love harder, and see the potential that is within every single one of you. We all have such a bright future, or we wouldn't have been able to make it through homeschooling. Not everyone can manage, but we did. We took the initiative and chose our own paths. We dreamed of something great, something bigger than our struggles. We did something that only the greats have done, and something most people are too afraid to do. For example, NFL quarterback Tim Tebow, tennis Grand Slam title winner 7 times Venus Williams, 23-time Grand Slam title tennis player Serena Williams, United States Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice under the Bush administration, professional surfer Bethany Hamilton, Olympic ice skater Michelle Kwan, Pulitzer Prize winning novelist Pearl Buck, actress Dakota Fanning from the Twilight Saga, professional basketball player Blake Griffin, the 26th President Theodore Roosevelt, creator of the telephone Thomas Edison, and my favorite and childhood crush, the Jonas Brothers. They were all homeschooled, and look at their careers. So I ask you, class of 2017, why not you? They made it, we will make it too. We got this. Remember, only kids that are different make a difference. And finally, how could I end this speech without giving thanks to God, the one that reminded me that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Class of 2017, we did it. Congratulations. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey Nix, and I'm the class representative, one of the class representatives. There's their speech. Welcome everyone to the celebration of 2017 Bradley Virtual High School. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to our Bradley County School Board for making this program possible. Most of us are here today because we had to overcome obstacles and wanted to continue our education. So thank you Bradley Virtual School for letting that happen. Today I was asked to talk about Today I was asked about what Bradley Virtual School means to me. In order for that, I would like to tell you my story. Please bear with me, this isn't something I like to talk about. 2 years ago, on January 2nd of 2015, my life changed dramatically. I was in a bad car accident and rushed into Nova Hospital and then taken to Erlanger Trauma Unit. Where then I found out I had a badly bruised lung, several fractured ribs, and an L3 lumbar burst fracture of the spine. The next morning, they rushed me to surgery, and I now have 8 screws and 4 pins in my back, which left me with a pretty full-looking scar. After surgery, I had to go to Siskin to learn how to walk again. If that wasn't enough, then they told me that I have SMA from all the rep issues. There is no cure for SMA, and due to SMA, I have had several feeding tubes, and my stomach pumped often. With all of this going on, the last thing on my mind was school. So Bradley Virtual School helped me so much because I got to continue my education on my own time and meet all these incredible people I'm graduating with today. I would like to thank my family for sticking by me through everything I've went through, and I'd like to thank God for being there for me. I would also like to thank Mr. Garrett for being the best teacher ever. And I'm also very thankful for our new principal, Dr. Schroyer. She has done a great job and been very encouraging this year. So with all that said, congratulations to you and congratulations to everybody here. I'm glad I got to share my story with you. You should all be proud of yourselves. We made it, and on behalf of the class of 2017, I would like to give Dr. Schroyer these flowers as a token of our love and appreciation. Thank you.
I'm Kimmy Pasha, and I'm singing Clean by Natalie Grant. be shattered. You see whole. I see broken, but you see beautiful. And you're helping me to believe. You're restoring.
And we, the class of 2017, have many hurdles to jump over in our future. We must be our own heroes. High school just came to an end, but the real journey has just begun. We have so much to look forward to and so much to overcome. Most of us have college in our near futures. It will be rough, but it's the first hardship that will prepare us for an extraordinary destiny. Just remember that everything you are doing is for you. You are the person who will have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. Do what makes you happy. Remember that every obstacle and hardship you go through will only make you who you want to be. The power to create happiness and one's life lies within itself. You have to set goals for yourself. You have to achieve these goals by yourself. And you may just have to clap for yourself later, but that's perfectly okay. In the end, you choose who you want to be. You have to be proud of yourself. No one can go to college for you. No one can raise your family for you. No one can get that job for you. You have to go out and fight for it. Nobody knows what's best for you, and no one will be as sorry as you will be if you don't go get it. So fight. Be your own hero, make your dreams come true, and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Remember how far we have already come and have faith in how far you will go. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is and I'm a senior and the valedictorian here at Bradley County Virtual School this year. First off, I would like to say congratulations. The journey which we began almost a decade ago is officially coming to an end, and I'm proud to say that there's not a single individual in this room who didn't fight as hard as they could to get to where we are now. I don't expect any of you to take this situation lightly. What we have done here at Bradley County Virtual School is a major accomplishment that will prepare us for many other journeys to our future. We are 13 specific individuals who strayed away from the method of traditional school. We decided that going to school every single day didn't fit our schedule and our learning style, and that's completely okay. Others had situations which prohibited them from that. By using Bradley County Virtual School, we were able to set high standards for ourselves. We were able to accomplish each and every goal that we wished to reach, and we did it in a unique and different way. With the help of our amazing teachers and staff members, we were able to embrace this big world now with open arms. By officially receiving a diploma, we represent a standing role model for so many individuals without even realizing it. We as young adults have always been asked throughout grade school, middle school, and even high school, we were constantly asked throughout our lives who our hero is. Others would go on to say it's your mom and dad because they provided for you. And some would say that it's your brother because, hey, if you show him that he's your hero, he may take you for ice cream. And if you tell your grandparents they're your hero, you may get a couple bucks out of it. But aside from that, we portray this individual as a role model throughout our lives because we idolized them. We saw what they had done, and we wish to get to where they are and accomplish great things how they did as well. However, today's the day that the role is reversed. Although it may not feel like it due to the fact that we're not being recognized on any well-known magazine or public news article, young adults right now are looking up at us, seeing the things that we have done. They see that we fought as hard as we could every day through school, through the 13 years, and we were able to graduate. We get to stand here before all of you and receive a diploma. And they idol us for that. They look at us and think that they want to do that. Today is the day that we will lay the foundation for these individuals. Today is the day that we are going to be recognized as heroes for our school and our county. Today is the day that people will look at you and say, that individual right there, he is my hero. So at this point in time, the only advice I can give you is to embrace it. We have come a long way. It's been a long time in the running. And each and every one of us have done it differently, and I'm proud to stand up here with every single one of you. Congratulations, graduating class of 2017.
To write you a song.
inspiring millions to make heroic decisions every day. As founder of Roddy's Code, Pastor Chris is committed to extending the legacy and leadership of Master Sergeant Edmonds by inspiring heroes everywhere. Pastor Chris serves as senior pastor of the Piney Grove Baptist Church in Maryville, Tennessee. He has a business degree from the University of Tennessee, a master's from Liberty University, and he teaches executive leadership for the Department of Defense. Chris and his high school sweetheart, Regina, who is also joining us this evening, are blessed with 3 amazing daughters, sons-in-laws, and 7 of the coolest grandkids on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Chris Edmonds.
Wow, with these incredible speakers, you don't need me here today. You guys have done great, and so thank you and congratulations. It's a joy to be here. I love students, and I love teachers. 2 of my daughters are teachers, kindergarten teachers. And I love parents who love their kids and who want to do what's right for them. So thank you, Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Schroyer, Dr. Cash, Board of Education members, parents, and loved ones. Have I left anybody else out? Oh, graduates. Yes. Thank you for this exciting opportunity to be here with you. This is my first graduation experience other than when I was where you are, walking across the stage. And my high school principal people are like, wow, I can't believe that. He's speaking at graduation. Now, I know parents are very proud of your kids, are you not? That didn't sound like it. Are you proud of your kids? Let me clarify something. When she said this is a dignified ceremony, I have not spoken yet. So I know you're proud of them, and you have spent a lot of time, along with the teachers, a lot of effort, love, and care, tenacity to help your child get through school. And so graduates, would you give all of those people a big hand? Graduates, give them a big hand. Graduates, congratulations. You are amazing. You are not here by accident. God has you right where He wants you, and you've done a great job, and we celebrate your achievements. So let me ask all of you, are you glad you're here tonight? Yes, I hope so. I hope you're glad that you're alive. Doesn't it feel good to be alive? Now take a deep breath. Isn't that good? Absolutely. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Every breath is a gift from the Almighty. Life is a gift, so enjoy it. Are you glad you're loved? I don't believe you. Are you glad you're loved? Yes. Well, the Lord says, I love you with an everlasting love. And that is powerful and amazing. And I'm glad I'm loved. Right? Am I still loved? Okay, for now. So tell a friend, look at a friend and say, you're the best looking thing I've seen all day. Now give them a high five. There you go. Now give them $100. Do better than that. Give them a smile. Isn't that good? Yes, it is. You see, love expressed from little old ordinary you is amazing. It's powerful. So express love. Enjoying life and expressing love are choices. Choices that are powerful. And they matter. Let me illustrate. Normally I have you stand up to do this, but I'll just let you remain seated. Hold your hand up if you've ever slept during class. Hold your hand up. Not everybody in the room. Hold your hand up if you're a Florida Gators fan. You can just leave the building. Hold your hand up if you've ever imitated Elvis in the shower. There's some brave people right there. This will be tough, but this is true of me. I'm glad my baby picture went up there. Hold your hand up if you ever sucked your thumb as a kid. There you go. I bond with you. Last one. Hold your hand up if you sang in your car today. Yeah, that's what I like. Now those are choices. You make $30,000 a day, and what you do matters. My story is about an ordinary person participating. Put your hand out. On the count of three, follow my instructions. 1, 2, 3. Put your hand on your chin. 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 There you go. Now I need you to listen to me. My story begins with an old diary, a weathered and frazzled book. The diary belonged to a young man from Tennessee, my father, fighting for his country on a continent near the edge of collapse. My father passed away many years ago. Since then, the diary just remained tucked away with other mementos for Dad's time during World War II. He had served with distinction. Master Sergeant Roddy Edmonds of the 106th Infantry was captured during the Battle of Bulge and spent 100 harsh days in 2 German POW camps toward the end of the war. Now, this was the story our family knew. To us, it was the totality of the service. Service he never talked about. While reading Dad's diary one evening, his words moved my heart. Dad wrote, "A lot of things I'm not going to write because they're not exactly nice to talk about. I know God was with us, and He answered our prayers. Listen to this. I learned men even better than before. Some were good, some were bad, some were better, and some were worse." Well, Dad's diary inspired me and moved me to look further into His service and to discover the true meaning of his time as a prisoner of war. Dad was the highest-ranking American soldier in Stalag 9A, a POW camp for non-commissioned officers near Ziegenhain, Germany. It was near the end of the war, late January 1945. Now, the Nazis, even in the POW camps, had strict anti-Jew policies. And they would segregate Jewish men from non-Jews and send them to certain death in harsh, murderous labor camps. Even American Jewish soldiers were told by the Army to destroy their dog tags if they were ever captured and never mention their Jewish identity. Late on the evening of January 26th, the Nazis ordered my father to send out only the Jewish men at the next morning's roll call. Without hesitation, Dad turned to his men and he said, "We're not doing that. Tomorrow morning, we all fall out." And he sent orders to all the barracks. And that's what they did. It was bitterly cold that morning, January 27th, 1945. And as the ruthless commander made his way and approached, he could not believe his eyes. There before him, all of the Americans, nearly 1,300 soldiers, were standing together in sharp formation. The major, he stormed over to my father, and he angrily said, "They cannot all be Jews." To which my father declared, "We are all Jews here." Well, the Nazi became enraged. He lunged forward toward my father. He pulled his pistol, pressed it hard into my dad's head. "One last chance," he screamed. "Sergeant, you will order the Jewish prisoners to step forward, or I will shoot you right now." Well, by this point, Dad and his men had faced untold horrors. Brutal battle, a death march, bombing while imprisoned in a boxcar, 40 days of intense starvation, being beaten, shot, stripped of his dignity, humiliated is the only word he would ever tell me. And just a day earlier, from this moment with the gun pressed into my father's head, he was forced to witness the brutal execution of a young Russian soldier and was told the same would happen to him and any Americans who disobeyed Nazi orders. Yet there Dad stood, strong, resolute, fearless. Finally, with the gun still pressed to his head, Dad spoke. Calmly, courageously. An eyewitness told me recently, "Your father never wavered." He said, "Major, if you shoot me, you'll have to kill all of us. Because we know who you are, and you'll stand for war crimes." And I like this part. "When we win this war, and you will pay." sank in. Then suddenly, without warning, he pulled the gun to his side, placed it in his holster, turned, and marched away, never to bother the Jewish men again. The soldiers went back to the barracks. The Americans went back to the barracks, and they said they really cheered my father. Dad saved the lives of nearly 200 Jewish soldiers that day. I think we could cheer Dad tonight. How about it? Can you give me my hand? Last year, Israel's Holocaust Museum, Yad Vashem, and the nation of Israel honored my father as one of the righteous among the nations. Now, righteous among the nations is an amazing honor that's given to non-Jews who rescued Jews during the Holocaust. The historic ceremony was held at the Israeli Embassy in Washington, D.C. It was hosted by Ambassador Durham and attended by Israel's chief rabbi. Our Tennessee senators were there, for which I'm grateful. And Prime Minister Netanyahu from Israel Skyped in live. Also attending was our president, President Obama, along with movie maker Steven Spielberg. Now, how cool is that? I guess I could take warming up the crowd for the president and Mr. Spielberg off my bucket list. Well, actually, it wasn't on there, but I wrote it in and I marked it out. Dad was honored as, give me a 5, real quick, give me a 5. Dad was honored as only the 5th American to receive Righteous Among the Nations. Now, give me a 1. Dad is the first U.S. soldier to receive this great honor. Give me another 1. He's the first of the righteous to save American Jews. And surely you know, give me one more 1. He's the first Tennessean to receive Righteous Among the Nations. Well, it was a remarkable evening. And I'm proud of Dad. I'm proud of the life he lived. I'm proud that we've learned this story. Our family is so blessed. But we're even more blessed to have learned and met some of the men that Dad saved and their families. Sonny Fox of California, Lester Tanner of New York, Paul Stern of Washington, D.C. area, Virginia, Hank Friedman of Georgia, and Skip Friedman of Cleveland. Dad's legacy are these men and their families, their children, their great-grandchildren, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, and generations to come. More than 2,000 people are alive today because of his righteous choices. Dad chose to do the right thing. Why? Well, Dad was a sincere Christian. He was convinced of one eternal truth, that there is a God and that God is good. And God's love, though free, has one essential responsibility. Graduates never forget this. We must be good to one another. Or as Jesus said, we must love one another. Now, though Dad was an ordinary person, he had the extraordinary power to enjoy life and express love to all. I want to say that all of you, especially graduates, but all of us here are endowed with the same extraordinary powers to enjoy life and love others. You have the power to intercede. Did you know that? Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam said Sergeant Edmonds displayed a matchless amount of courage as he interceded for his men and defied the demands of Nazi soldiers. You and I find opportunities to intercede on behalf of others every day. You have the power to influence. I'm getting ready to influence you. Did you know that you cannot lick your elbow? You can't. It's impossible. But 75 to 80% of you will try that before the night's over with. You will try to lick your elbow. POW Lester Tanner said, what Roddy did made you brave. When you make moral decisions, you remember, take the risk, do the right thing. It was a life-changing experience. You have the power to inspire. POW Paul Stern told me, your father's courageous actions has burned deep in my soul since that day. I will always love him. So you have the powers to intercede, the powers to influence, the power to inspire, the extraordinary powers in ordinary little old you. good over evil, right instead of wrong, love rather than hate, selflessness, not selfishness. The Talmud teaches us the saying, whoever saves one life, it is as if he saved the entire universe. So, graduates of 2017, we are proud of you. We salute you. But we also challenge you to grab your cake out of the closet. Go save your world. Be the hero. Thank you for having me. God bless you.
Hello, graduates. I'm so glad to see you here tonight and the journey that you have made. And I do want to tell you before we start that you are the uncommon. You have made a choice to educate yourself in a different manner, and we applaud you for that because you set the road for many others to come. But I really wanted to talk to you tonight about challenging the known and embracing the unknown, because that's what you've done. When you decided to go the route of virtual school, it was the unknown for most people. And I want to talk to you about being successful, and that's a matter of perception. You finished one hurdle to move forward. You are a high school graduate. There are more hurdles to come, and this is just the beginning. I challenge you to strive for success, but to be happy in your pursuit. Don't accept the status quo, but strive to challenge the norm. You've already done it once. Keep doing it. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is to accept life as the known and resist the unknown. You should, in fact, do exactly the opposite. Challenge the known and strike out for the unknown, because you will blaze new trails. As you move beyond this point, I want you to think very heavily about the task that is set before you. You are now the leaders of the next generation. You all have plans for your future, and I'm excited for you. I've heard great stories about you. I've listened to them as your teachers talk, as your administrators talk, and they are very, very proud of you. So I want you to say, as you move forward, be sure that if something stumbles in your path, to pursue even harder. Don't give up. Even if it makes you have a breakdown, as I heard somebody say about math, when you've got one day left, keep pushing it. Because the challenge of the unknown makes you stronger. It makes you grow inside, and it makes you a better person. I also want to challenge you to continue to seek more and more successes. You all have a different path that you're taking, but you've done this path together, and we're very proud of you about that. So what I want to say to you is you are about to receive a diploma. That diploma says you've hit a milestone in your life. You have many more milestones to go, and we know that you can hit them. So in ending, what I want you to tell you is to continue to be the one who challenges the norms. Make sure you don't settle. There's no reason for you to settle. You are bright, you are intelligent, and you are adventurous. I thank you for being part of Bradley County Schools in the virtual school. We hope that you go tell other students about the great experiences that you have had, so that we will have more join us in the future. So to end, challenges are coming your way, but you will overcome each and every one of them. Be persistent and be smart about your choices. Congratulations to the class of 2017. We are very, very proud of you.
I want to start by saying thank you for not giving up, for not quitting, for not letting someone else choose your path. That tells me a lot about this. The heart that you have, that you work hard, you're not going to stop. I love that. I appreciate that so much. These folks in this auditorium appreciate that. We always talk about success. Success is not a destination. It's a journey that we take every single day. We move forward. And what you have done is you've set your appreciate your efforts. I appreciate who you are as people, and you stand out in this community because you don't quit and you keep going. What you have tonight, when you graduate tonight, you're going to have in your hand hope and opportunity. You're going to have an opportunity to go further and farther, and you're going to have, just like everybody has said, you're going to have challenges, but you've had challenges before. You can make it happen and make great things happen. But most of all, you have hope. Hope for your life. Hope for the life of the people around you, for those that depend upon you and know you and care about you and love you. And if these folks didn't care about you and love you, they wouldn't be here. So they do, and I thank you, and I'm proud of each and every one of you. And a tradition that I've had for a long time is I'm going to give you a fist bump. Every one of you get a fist bump for me, and you'll get one as you come down. And again, congratulations, and thank you for persevering and going further. Thank you.
Wow, can you believe it? It's almost here, y'all. I was just sitting here thinking about the first day of orientation last year and how, wow, that was wild, wasn't it? And here we are tonight, and we've gone through a lot over this past year, haven't we? And you've gone through a lot over the last 13 years. But families, parents, I just want you to know who these students are. I'm pleased to report to you that our 13 graduates have an average GPA of 3.202. Can you think of that? And an average grade of 90.012. Our students have completed 16 honors, 8 Cambridge ICSE, and 9 dual enrollment classes. And as evidenced from our parent video presentation, our students will be serving our community as cosmetologists, nurses, a psychologist or two, a phlebotomist, a teacher, physical therapist, along with a special effects technician, linguistic specialist, and an exercise science professional. We have a great representation of potential service among us. So we need to cheer you on, and you are going to have bigger challenges than you have this year and throughout your life. But we want to continue to cheer you on as you face the challenges ahead. So graduates, would you please stand? Dr. Cash, it's my pleasure to present to you the 2017 graduating class of Bradley County Virtual School. The faculty makes this recommendation, I certify to you, that each of these young men and women have met the requirements set forth by the state of Tennessee for graduation from high school. Graduates, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your diploma. Mr. Wood, please call the roll.